Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, first for Nneka, on this three-game road trip, obviously the first two didn't go your way. Second half, there were some issues. Washington makes their run, but in this game, you're able to overcome that, hang on, kind of talk about how you guys were able to do that.
I think that today we changed our schemes a lot of defense, and I think we stayed locked in on that. There were a couple of lapses that required us to kind of, try something different on the defensive end, and I think we did a good job of like adapting to that and getting stops the way that we needed to. And I'm glad that we were able to piece together, a better second half that got us a win.
Definitely. And for Ezi, you had a double-double tonight. And then Shakira Austin also had a strong game. Talk about that matchup against her. Do you enjoy facing her and just her game and your game in this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see Shakira healthy again, and I feel like that matchup is always great. She's done a really great job of kind of finding her feet in this league, and she had a great game tonight. Yeah, so I think it's always a great matchup against her. She has some tough finishes. She's a great player, so yeah.
And then last one, NECA, when Ariel Atkins made the four three-pointers in the third quarter, what's going through your mind when that's happening?
We got to stop her, as a team, we got to stop her. And that's when someone gets hot like that, it's tough to stop them, especially someone like Ariel who's capable of that on any night. So yeah, we just got to figure out how to stop it.
Definitely. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Christian and then Bella. Christian, go ahead.
Hello, my first question is for NECA. In the last game against the Fever, I believe Skylar had 12 points in the first quarter. In this first quarter against Washington today, you had 14 points. Just kind of wondering what you're thinking as far as knowing that you have this talent on the floor in your roster that can kind of turn it on whenever, sometimes it may not be going on for others.
I think that that's the beauty of our team is that we have so many capable people on our team that can go off, and understanding each other's games and knowing and trusting each other, trusting each other, not just, in how we play, but um, also in recognizing like what each other's tendencies, where to get our shots, and ensuring that it's still in flow. I think that's something that we work through each game, we work through in practice, and we have so many people that are capable of that.
And my last one is for Ezi. You had your eighth double double in this game. I think this is the first one this season where you didn't have a block though, which is kind of uncharacteristic. Like, but coming back from Olympic play and then these last three games, just kind of wondering if you've seen anything different on the court, ease of shots or anything on defense.
Sorry, could you repeat the last bit of that
Sorry.
question? No,
Oh,
okay.
you're good. I'm just wondering, like, as far as coming back from Olympic play, I wonder if you see anything different on the court on offense or defense. Is it kind of easing your game a bit?
Um, no, I think just obviously, playing FIBA basketball and playing with a different team, it's a different system. So I think just coming back and getting a feel for the team again offensively. We play well when our defense leads to our offense, and so just getting stops, flowing. Um, I feel like we're getting back to that, and so it's just nice to be back with the team again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bella and then Percy.
Hey guys, thanks for the time. First question for both of you, either of you. Just how important was it, obviously the first two results back weren't what the team wanted. So how important was it to get this win now and then go into this time where you have some rest and time to work together before some more home games?
It's very important, especially with Gabby. We're going to be able to get some practice time with Gabby before we head back into a string of games. So this week, after kind of checking our temperature, and these first three games is going to be major going into the postseason.
And that brings me to my other question. For you, Ezzy, obviously you played quite a bit with Gabby in Seattle. Just wondering how you feel about her signing and what you feel like she brings to the team, how she is going to help you guys contend for your ultimate goal, essentially.
I'm really excited to play with Gabby again. Obviously she was with Seattle, and I think she not only brings obviously her talent and skill on the court, but she just brings like she's a great person first and foremost. And I think um, that's what our team is full of, just great people. And so it's nice that she's kind of coming off a good run with the French national team. I feel like she's going to fit into the team seamlessly. And so, yeah, I'm excited to play with Gabby for the rest of the season.
Thank you guys.
Percy, and then we'll take a question or two here in the room and then come back to the Zoom. Percy, go ahead.
Awesome. Hey guys. Early it was your coach who said that she felt that the team's rhythm was off from like earlier in the season. It's such a indescribable thing, but can you put your finger on what may be not what it was earlier in the season?
Not specifically. I think, you kind of saw tonight we were active defensively. I think that's something that we kind of pride ourselves on, and I feel like that creates activity in other ways. So offensively, defensively, when we're active, when we're kind of connected as a team, and I think we threw different looks at DC tonight, and so I feel like we kind of just gelled together defensively, and that kind of just transferred into our offense as well.
And then perhaps this question for like Nneka. Just what does it say about the league, about these teams who are making moves sort of late in the season? We saw with Connecticut, we see it with your team here to just really fortify themselves as they gear for the playoffs here.
I mean, I think that it shows that teams are doing what they can with the room and the space and the freedom that they have. You know, however limited it might be, I think that we've seen a decent amount of action in this free agency and also the trade deadline, in these last few years, especially this year. So I'm hoping that this is something that that can continue to happen to give teams that type of flexibility. But teams are doing what they can to make sure that they have options.
There you go. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's take a couple questions here in the room. Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, for either one of you, obviously I did simple answers. You got stops. When I asked you, what did you all do defensively down the stretch tonight as opposed to Sunday? But what enabled you all to really lock in and get stops? Like what worked for y'all tonight, late in the game, and cut to 1 point?
I mean, I think keeping a body on the ball, really, we had a lot of different schemes. And I think just locking in on changing things based on how the tempo of the game was going is what kept us able to get that win.
And then secondly, it doesn't necessarily show up in the jump out the box score, but I thought Sammy played some huge minutes in the second half. How is she ready to step in and really perform tonight for you all? What did you all see from her?
Sammy's a pro, and so I think she prepares herself every day, to step on the court, whether she brings intensity offensively, defensively, and I think she did a great job. She always does a great job, especially tonight, of just staying aggressive offensively. She's known for her 3-point shooting, but I think she did a great job of just getting downhill, staying aggressive, and I feel like we have great players on our team that can do that any night. And so just being able to utilize, 1 through 10, 1 through 11 when Gabby comes is really important for us.
Yeah. So how does tonight's game kind of set the tone for you guys' next game? You guys have some time off, and then of course you'll be able to work with Gabby. What are you guys looking to improve on?
I mean, I think right now, definitely getting rest, and then honestly just flowing with a new teammate, not quite new, she was here last year, but integrating her into, what we've been doing, and also doing a better job of flowing together so that we can string together 4 good quarters.
And Jordan on Zoom, go ahead.
Hey, ladies, congrats on the win. Before I get to my question, just want to say happy belated birthday, Ezi. And we actually shared the same birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, too.
Thank you. And then my question is for you both. So obviously, first 2 games, the second half has been a, struggle. You managed to overcome it in the second half this game. I guess just talk about, obviously, if you feel like this is a turning point for getting back to, your style of basketball, even though you do feel like there's some improvements that could be made on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously we wanted to end the road trip on a win. just going into the break. I know we have a few days off now, but it's still, I feel like just important for morale for our kind of next few days to prepare for the rest of the season. So yeah, just knowing today was an important game was important for us.
Thank you.
Percy, did you still have one last question?
I'm sorry, I did not. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. We'll have coaching here in just a minute.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Improvements that you wanted to see, and how could you guys have been any better?
Still a work in progress. I think, allowing 47 is less than 50 plus, but I think, defensively, I saw a little bit more activity, some engagement, just some coverage, sometimes we had to land the plane and get things covered. I thought that, we tried to be a little bit more aggressive and at the beginning of the game, generating 29 points off of 22 turnovers is a great pocket to be in. We only had 15 assists, but I thought we had some decent looks, got to hit some shots. But overall, wins are hard to come by, no matter who we're playing. Road is where we need to get better. And I think, finding a way to win, in spite of not being our best or our sharpest, we'll take that.
Hey, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on just just on the league as a whole and just how teams are making moves at the midseason and like trade deadline deals that we really haven't seen before. I just want to get your thoughts on what that means for the league, and also, I guess, what does that say about your team that it feels like as if you're saying we're going for it?
Yeah, there's growth. The game is growing in a lot of ways. A lot of teams are vying for playoff positions, positioning in the standings in general. And the fact that there's so much movement means, everyone is, conscious of making their teams better or whether it's now or future. I just give, credit where credit's due. Our, T and Pokey putting together a roster together with an opportunity to compete at a high level, first and foremost. And we're, making these moves because of that. And I think that, getting the growth of the league, the growth of the game, more eyes on it, more opportunities to actually, win in this league. I enjoy being a part of it.
And just my last one here. Do you think you're done? I mean, I don't know what much more you can do, but it would seem that again, based on these past 3 games, that maybe fortifying that bench a bit more. Do you think you're done or not?
I mean, deadline is when it is. We made one of a great move, a big move. And so we're just gonna take it day to day and see what that brings.
There you go. Thank you.
All right, we'll go over to Jeff Brown. So go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, first, in the third quarter when Washington's making their run and Ariel Atkins is knocking down 4 3-pointers, kind of what's going through your mind at that point, and then just maybe the lessons learned and how you were able to overcome that in this game.
Again, it's, defensive, just mindfulness. We were switching up our coverages a ton, and to counteract that, I feel like neutralize it a little bit later on. So the lesson is to continue to adjust as the game adjusts.
With 1 minute to go, you called a timeout, and then that's when you execute the play with Skylar and Nneka. Can you just talk about that play?
Yeah, our 3 best players in action is what is going to come down to a lot in games, especially in situations like that. Washington is in a coverage in which we know creates a single side tag. So Nneka set a great screen. Sky attacked it, read it, and found Nneka for a layup because they're going to stay connected to a shooter in that aspect. They stay connected to Jewel on that single side tag action. So just reading the game, seeing it, and great players making great plays.
And Sammy Whitcomb, somewhat limited minutes, but just really impactful. Can you kind of talk about what Sammy's been able to do for you guys off the bench?
I thought Sammy was very solid, getting downhill, being aggressive, finishing in the paint, being poised defensively. Like Sammy is a champion, and she's a vet in this league, and this is her time. This is her time of the season, coming off a very strong Olympics. I know that she is experiencing a lot, mental, physical, something. I don't want to call it fatigue because Sammy's Iron Woman to me, honestly, but her presence, her poise today was super important for us. And I know that she's going to find some rhythm from the 3-point line, as is the rest of our crew, but I trust Sammy tremendously. I know what she has done in this league. I know what she has done for this organization on this team. I've seen it firsthand. So we're going to continue to tap into that.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll go over to Alberta.
Hi, Coach. Just wondering if you could talk to us about your front court, having that edge in the paint of 38 points against 38 Storm points against 28 from Washington. Ezi coming out with a double-double and Nneka with just 2 rebounds shy of double-double. Can you talk to us about them, about how you've been utilizing those players, especially in wins like that?
I thought Ezi's activity was really, really good today. At halftime, I thought she had more points than 5, but because it felt like she was making a lot of plays and just, again, cutting, screening, and all those things. But her activity, when her activity level is high, it helps. Ezi benefits when we move the ball, when we're playing in some pace. And she's big with those rebounds. I thought, Austin was a tough coverage, and I thought she stood in there and was very solid in getting us our possessions. And then, when she's able to get in pockets of scoring efficiently, we're better. She knocked down a 3. She took her 3 confidently. The ones that she did take that she didn't hit, I really liked it. But I just think it started with her activity level. And then, Nneka has been efficient all season. I know there was a stretch I played for a long stretch, but she's cooking, but also communicative on the defensive end, just a presence of leadership and basketball that we really need in these moments where we're trying to find our groove and find some comfort. She doesn't take bad shots. She's trying to be the best version of herself, and when those two are playing at a high level combined, like we are deadly.
That's the end of this road trip. What was your message for the team? Now that you're going home, there was not any road trip. What was your message for the team, and what is the mentality going forward?
Yeah, win is a win. Wins are hard to come by in this league, no matter the team or the time frame. Tomorrow is a wellness day for us, and so I think it's very important that we lock into our wellness. I don't take those days for granted at all. Getting away from the gym and really focusing on refresh, reboot, re-energize, revitalize yourself, and get in a great mental space, and then follow that up by a day off. So we have a little bit of time to kind of get our bodies back acclimated to Seattle time, and some people healing up from injury, and we're right back at it in a couple of days. And the end of the season is near. I talked about the season feeling like a 800-meter race. It's a quick sprint, a fast sprint, and we're at the latter part of that sprint. And so I need more focus, more energy, more discipline.
That's it for me. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we'll finish off with Christian. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. My first one is about kind of the versatility that you have with your stars. In the last game against the Fevers, I believe Skylar had 12 first quarter points. And then in this game, Nneka had 14. Could you just speak to the versatility that you have with the players that you have in your roster, and also kind of like stepping up to the moment when, the offense might not be flowing through other players?
Yeah, they're elite. They've done this at a high level consistently in the league. And, for many years, I'm on the opposite side of that. So to be the beneficiary of, athletes who are amazing, they put in the work. You guys see the product like for game day, but it's like, Sky and Nneka in particular, they're in the weight room after games. They have a regimen, they're sharp with those things. And, obviously Jewel she's a champion. She's been great in this league as well. So it's not a by chance that these things happen in great spurts. It is because they honor the game, they respect the game, they put in the work, and when the lights come on, it translates. And yeah, I'm glad they're with the good guys. That's us.
And my last one, kind of about the national conversation about the Storm. I know that's not really something that you care about, but as far as the rhetoric, as far as Seattle struggling with shooting, what isn't really talked about is the fact that Seattle is the only team in the league that is top three in most of the hustle points, points off turnovers, second chance points, points in the paint, things of that nature, and also 29 points on 22 turnovers tonight. Just kind of wondering, could you speak to the effect that this has kind of getting those points from other phases of the game?
Yeah, defense isn't sexy to everybody, but it's important for us. And I think, all season, because we haven't shot efficiently and, our offense is trying to find some rhythm, our defense has sustained us with generating points. And if that's going to be the way in which we have to play to win games, we have to do that. Is it sustainable? We'll see. Yeah, we have to shoot the ball better. We have to play better offensively. But if our defense can keep us in games, can generate points, if we continue to get to the free throw line, I think that's huge as well. These are things that counter or not neutralize, but kind of I don't know the word I'm looking for. They help when we're struggling offensively. So our defense is going to continue to ratchet up and turn up and try to generate some easy points for us until we kind of can get some consistency. Once the ball goes through, I feel like once we get some rhythm, it will become contagious.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.